Go for the sweets like candied apples, funnel cakes, or pumpkin pies, or the heartier meals like turkey legs, hamburgers, and barbecue. You can find it all at your local festival. Well, we found one place that's open year-round, so you don't have to wait. WTCI's Karen Elliott takes us to Poole's Barbecue in Ellijay, Georgia.
Poole's Barbecue is nestled next to a hillside in East Ellijay, Georgia. But not just any hillside. This one's bound to catch your eye because it's covered with 3,000 plywood pigs. The Pig Hill of Fame and the barbecue have made Colonel Poole world famous. The idea was born quite simply, and you too can have your name immortalized here if you meet the criteria.
Three processes. You have to have an honest face and good intentions and $5. It goes to my missionary work in Brazil. I go to Brazil occasionally. In fact, I'm going back in December for my 10th time. I go on it with a team from Athens, Georgia. We had a customer who named the Pig Hill of Fame. In fact, he just came in the building. His name is Dick Martin. He was the PR man worldwide for Lockheed down in Marietta. We have that kind of clientele here. And one day he said, let's make this place famous, kind of like the Varsity in Atlanta. And I laughed. I giggled out loud. At that time, we were very famous. It was Shack next door here. Let's call it he said, the Pig Hill of Fame, because the hill's obvious. And so it was named Pig Hill of Fame by Dick Martin. And then the Taj Mahal by Randy Maynard, a local resident.
The restaurant is owned by Colonel Oscar Poole and his wife Edna. What began in 1989 as a small roadside barbecue stand has given way to an eatery that can easily serve hundreds a day.
2 jumbos, 2 fries, 2 big drinks. 977. Now that's 20.
While Colonel Poole enjoys visiting with his customers in his trademark yellow suit, it is interesting to note he's actually a retired Methodist minister who holds a Doctor of Divinity degree. A far cry from running a restaurant.
I just happen to like barbecue, and I wanted to get back to a cash flow business. When I was a young boy, age 12, I had my own paper route, and I loved owning my own business, and that's what that was. I had nickels and dimes and quarters and a few dollars, and I wanted a cash flow business. And having liked barbecue, I saw one day a little old 8 by 12 trailer. I had just the year before thought, well, I'd like to have one on a corner somewhere with a filling station. And when I saw it, I said, take out my idea. I bought it.
Mickey Ensley has been barbecuing chicken, pork, and beef since the restaurant opened. But don't expect him to offer the key to Colonel Poole's recipe.
Oh, well, that's all top secret. I couldn't say that. But it takes a lot of time. We take a lot of care. Every bit we fix like we're going to sit down and eat it ourselves.
The only problem appears to be what to choose.
You know, I like it all. That's the problem. I'm sitting here trying to think of what I don't like. And I guess the barbecued pork sandwich is actually the best. But I want a chicken today, so it's all good.
I just like it all. I like the barbecue chicken sandwiches, and the barbecue plates are real good.
The barbecue is considered among the best anywhere, but it is Colonel Poole's gift of public relations that has led to his success.
Oscar started with basically no money 8 years ago, and he's built this excellent barbecue restaurant into one of the top restaurants in the United States. When Pat Buchanan came here in '92, he brought all the major media with him, and I think that really helped Oscar. But Oscar is a great showman. He's a great promoter. He's an inspiration, and I look forward to seeing the Oscar Poole movie or reading the Oscar Poole book story someday, and I expect him to do business seminars on how to be successful in business. The key to the success of this restaurant is the great product, the great barbecue, plus Oscar's ability to promote. He gets out and plays the organ and goes around speaking to everybody. I don't know anybody in America that's a better promoter than Oscar Poole. He is incredible.
Even the Colonel in Poole's name is part of his marketing strategy.
It comes from the same source of Colonel Sanders. That's why I'm called the Colonel Sanders of barbecue. It's a Kentucky honorary colonelship. And I'm very proud of that. I am a Kentucky colonel from Florida, living in Georgia.
The yellow pigmobile also helps Colonel Poole promote his business. And in summer of '97, they headed up the road to Washington, D.C.
It was a grandiose PR thing. Somebody had suggested, I think our Congressman Nathan Deal or somebody, that we serve our pork in Washington. Well, I got to thinking, that's pretty good. We'll reverse the trend. We'll reverse the pork. Instead of pork coming out of Washington, we'll take it back to Washington. So we got our pig mobile, and the pork took off for Washington, and we fed our senators from Georgia and the U.S. congressmen from Georgia and all their staffs and some congressional leaders. We fed about 400 people that day on June 26th, I think it was, 1997.
Colonel Poole enjoys being part of the political scene on all levels of government and is very pleased with the number of politicians who have visited here.
Pat Buchanan came here twice with his entourage. He came here in 92 and 95. In fact, in February of 92, he launched his entire Southern crusade right here on this property in the old shack next door. And we still to this day call this corner over here the Buchanan corner. Well, we've had Guy Milner here. He was pig number 2,000. Our Senator Coverdale has been here. He has his pig here. We've had, now Newt Gingrich has a pig, but it hasn't been placed on the hill. That pig was carried around in his car for a long time. Mary Ann told me, his wife, it was in the garage. So now Newt hasn't been here yet, but he better get here.
Browsing the walls will show other public figures who have eaten here, like former Miss America Heather Whitestone. As a matter of fact, you never know where around the world a Colonel Poole's barbecue patron will turn up. Colonel Poole's barbecue has even captured the attention of a prominent American folk artist.
Well, it all happened from a 9-cent postcard. Our postcards here cost me 9 cents. It now costs a little more than that. This is back about 3-4 years ago. Someone sent that card to John Allen Bader, our artist of nostalgia who loves to paint weird places and old diners and things. He got the card and checked us out and came here and painted this place. And well, he took a snapshot and then he painted it from the picture. And the original was 44 by 66 oil painting. It's in New York City today. And the last I heard, now 3 years ago, the negotiable price was $40,000. Of course, we sell the prints here for a lot less than that.
Bader is just one of thousands who have had to find out more about the pigs on the hill and took time to enjoy some great barbecue, too. In East Ellijay, Georgia, I'm Karen Elliott for Southern Accent.